Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be working our way towards getting rocket fuel. And believe me, we're almost there. Alright guys, so there's a bit to do today. Just going to say that straight out, there's a bit to do. I don't know how much we're going to get done today. Like, I don't even know if we're going to be able to get into the rocket building today. By the way, I did look on a guide and see if this machine structure said that it was replicatable, but it's not. That's why I have the crystal memory in here. Also, I was working on making some steel because I needed to put it in here since this is done. And I was told that this gives you 2 per 1. So I just want to try this out. Let me go ahead and just make sure before I start making a bunch of steel rods. Just do 1. Should give me 2 for the 1. That'd be basically doubling our output of steel rods. It does. Okay, perfect. So we'll do that. By the way, the arc furnace, so fast at making steel. I mean, it makes it so fast that it's not even an issue anymore. I did not know the arc furnace did that, or I would have had that going way sooner. Because I've never made the arc furnace. Like this is the first mod pack that's actually forced me to make it. Yeah, I love that thing already. Yeah, it makes steel as fast as could be. I'll show you in a little bit exactly how fast, but yeah, we're gonna grab these rods here because we're gonna need them. We gotta make a bunch of the structure machine structures. We need at least 20 of them. So that is something that we're going to be doing. Let's throw these in our machine until the titanium. Okay, so we already have 1, and we're already running out of the steel. Let's just go ahead and leave that in there for this 1. There we go. Probably going to run out again. Yes, we are. Okay. So it is producing them, so I guess we're gonna just wait for our steel rods to finish in our metal press. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 20 that our Halo projector said we needed. 20 machine structures. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, and it is definitely required. The reason being is because we don't, I mean, even if we make the power plugs and stuff, it's still going to cost that much, so hopefully this is enough to get us our last 2. Okay, I think that's all we need. That and some glass. This needed, it needed copper coils. And this is for the Precision Assembler. We were in the process last episode of making this thing, and still working on it, so. Copper coil, this guy. I think we were missing these, and we're missing this. Only 3. That's totally not enough. Is that the only way to... What's another way of getting this stuff? You can use a metal press, but we need copper plates. I wanted to look at something. The block cutting machine is something that I never made, and I should make it. So we're going to go ahead and make this thing. I should have that. I should have that. Okay, so we have a block cutting machine. It's a tier 1 machine, so it should set perfectly right here. Alright, block cutting blade is too weak or missing. Okay. Block cutting blade. Just make the highest tier one. Perfect. Alright, and we should be able to take, like, copper. And now we can make block. We can blockify it. And put that in there. And it should be a lot faster. This doesn't even have upgrades in it, and it's already really fast. throw some upgrades in that bad boy. By the way, if we hold shift, you can see it's only consuming 10 EU a tick. Which is... And this is 107. We're producing 120, so it's able to keep up. Look how fast that is. That's unbelievable. And it's actually all going in here. The hopper can't even keep up. So that should be enough to get us where we need to be. Copper coils. Okay, so we should be able to make... Well, that only gets us 4, but we need to make more of these. Correct? We have shears. There it goes. So it makes us a bunch of those. And we need... I'm sure we have enough of those, the coils themselves. But we need these guys. So 64 will definitely do. 2 of those bad boys, and let's turn these into our copper coils from the lib. Okay. Alright, so I think that's almost everything. We need 2 glass. Okay, copper coils, 2 motors. That's what we're missing. Just the 2 regular motors. By the way, there is, in like Advanced Rocketry, I think there's different tiers of motors. They're just blocked, I guess, in this pack. I don't know. I remember there being multiple tiers of motors. Oh, these require the copper coils too. I hope we have enough to make another set of, like, 2 more. I hope. Yes, we do. Sweet. That's perfect. And it's just going to need our 2 other... Okay, 2 motors. Let's get our glass. Okay. By the way, overnight, I let this run overnight. We got a bunch of the chrome, as you can see. I was able to make all the structure blocks, but I did produce a bunch of chrome. And also, this thing only produced 1 stack after maybe... What? It was more than 8 hours. It produced a stack because I did go ahead and process 9 of these. But it did run through, so that's all it got. Like, that's how slow this is. This was overnight plus an entire 8-hour work shift. So 16 hours or so worth of server uptime. And I got a stack of silicon. So I recommend building this thing as soon as you can. And if you're not on a server, I'm sorry, this is going to be a really slow process for you. I mean, incredibly slow. I couldn't even imagine. Like, you'd have to leave your client open just as long. But what you can do is what I did here. I take 9 silicon nuggets, and you have to put the 9 silicon nuggets in here. As you see, nothing happens. It's because you also need 9 regular silicon ingots. As soon as you do that, you get this awesome animation. Look it down inside there. You can, if you can see that, it's actually like growing a crystal inside. What I'm confused about is it's growing 3 at a time. You only get 1. I don't know why there's an animated of 3. I don't know why 3 are animated. But yeah, you only get 1. As you can see, there was 9 in there, now there's 10. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just letting that run its course, letting it do its thing. And the saw I know is pretty fast, so I'm not worried about it at all. Okay. This guy, let me go ahead and break all this. Goes here. Okay. So we need to put our copper coils in here and our motors down. Copper coils. Face our motors towards what you click on. And then the rest of this can be filled with our machine structure blocks. There we go. Okay, and then let's go up to our next level. It is machine structure blocks as well. Except for to glass. And then if we go up one more, the rest of it is going to be the structure blocks. I'm out. I thought it said it only needed 20. Maybe that's because it's not counting. Okay, it's probably counting these 7. Okay. Oh, machine structure blocks or output or input hatches. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to get, what is it? 4 more? 4 more of those. I really wish they were replicatable inside of IC2. That would have been nice, but they're definitely not. So I tried, unless I was doing something wrong, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't. All right. At lib, let's get a few more. We're out of the still again. That's fine. I'm glad that somebody told me that this is actually doubling, because I would have been wasting a lot of steel. That was only 2 stacks, and I mean, that gets us a lot of steel rods. So, good thing I know to do that now. Okay, 4. That's what we needed. That's going to get this running, and I need it running. We also have a few other machines, multi-blocks to build before we can start making fuel. Like, we can make the rocket right now. I don't think, like, we're not limited anymore after we get this precision thing set up. Precision Assembler. But, alright, we should be able to click this block. There it is. That's a pretty neat looking multi-block. Yeah, it's pretty neat looking. Okay. So this stuff, the silicon bowl. This is put in a cutting machine and gets you silicon wafers. Alright, and we needed to look at rocket fuel, right? Rocket fuel is like the one thing that we've been working towards making. And we need a chemical reactor. Okay, that's fine. To get the chemical reactor, we need basic circuits. And the basic circuits come from a basic circuit plate, which requires redstone and gold with a silicon wafer, and the silicon wafer comes from this. Okay, so this is all done in the cutting machine, and the next step to making the actual circuit is produced in there. Okay, so in our input hatch, I got these backwards. We can throw this in here. It's going to come across and slowly cut it. I love the animation on this thing. So yeah, it's a big saw blade, and it's actually turning the silicon bowl into the wafer. I love how it actually shows the wafer. So there it goes. Okay, and here's your process meter. So it's not too slow. I mean, for what you're getting, you got 4 wafers for that. So making the silicon bowl, I guess having 2, you could get by without making this much silicon that we made for the 50 something. I guess you only need 2 silicon really to get started. That would get you 1 silicon bowl and 1 silicon wafer. Okay, so I guess, okay, they stack. So we need some redstone. We're gonna need redstone and gold, right? That's what I thought we were gonna need. Redstone and gold. Let's see, gold. Not too difficult. I mean, that's all we need, and then that goes in the Precision Assembler. But from there, it's the only way we can make our other machines. So we have to do all this first. This is like our main first steps in getting anywhere. Okay, so we have our wafers. Now we come over here. Let's turn this bad boy on. And our input hatch and output hatch. Our input hatch is where we need to put our wafers, right? Oh, it has no power, so we can't do anything yet. Alright, we gotta get some conduits. I think my conduits are all back at the base. Yet again. Man, we just go back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. Conduits. 36 enhanced. I need to make some more of those. They're so useful. Okay. I guess we'll just run the power. Crossed. Like that. Perfect. That guy's hooked up. Okay. What is this? Oh, it's actually processing that chip. Oh, cool. So yeah, here's it doing its thing, which is pretty nice. I guess it already pulled in the items, but what does this do? Oh, it just goes down, and this is probably gonna come down and stamp it or something. I don't know, I've never seen this machine at work. Pretty nice. Yeah, it's gonna come down and miss it. And this should put it in the output hatch. Okay, I'm pretty sure we need 2 of these. And I'm guessing it only produces 1 basic circuit, yeah. And then the basic circuit is used in the cutting machine. That gives you 4 basic circuits, okay. So we'll put that in there. And I guess it shows you your output. That's pretty nice. And then we're gonna need that to make our rocket fuel. Rocket fuel, which requires a chemical reactor, and that's it, right? To get this, we need an electrolyzer. An electrical electrolyzer requires it as well. Okay, so our 2 other blocks to build is an electrolyzer and a chemical reactor. Okay, that's our only 2 other multi-blocks to be able to make the fuel. So sweet. So that should be technically enough basic circuits. Look at all the silicon wafers we have now. We have enough of those for a while. But I think this is all the basic circuits we need. So we can actually start working on getting our other multi-blocks. We just need to check with our halo projector and see what we need. Okay, so an electrolyzer. What does it require? Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, 3 machine structure blocks, 1 electrolyzer. Okay, so the only thing that was really blocking us is making sure we get to make these basic circuits. Let's see. Lib. There we go. We need an input hatch, so we're gonna need more of these. Just gonna make a bunch of them. Okay. Let's see. 1 electrolyzer. Let's go ahead and make those first. Okay, there's our electrolyzer. It requires steel plates. It requires more of these circuits, which we don't have. I guess I'm gonna have to make some more. What are we missing here? We have the red. We have the bronze. We have everything. We have no water. Oh, that's not cool. Okay, let's get bucket for now. Or cells. We have 41 cells of water. That'll be enough to last for a little while. Correct? Yeah, that makes it. Okay. Alright, so that's... Right, I don't know why I threw that in there. We can make that circuit. That one should be easy to make. And another screen. And we're missing steel plates. Right, steel plates. Where's that? Okay, there it is. I should be able to, you know what? Let's just... I guess we'll throw it in here. I thought I had some, but I guess I don't have any. Alright, there's our electrolyzer. There's our achievement for that. And we need a chemical reactor. Chemical reactor has the same face as our crystallizer. Alright, this one requires a little bit different. Requires a gold one. Requires this one, which we are waiting for this. And it requires the other one. So this is like our top tier machine, I guess. Like high rolling. Look at all these chips. And what is that? Gold plates. And there's our chemical reactor. Okay. I'm sure that these are going to be pretty close. So this requires an electrolyzer, requires creative power plugs. Requires 2 power plugs. So. Guess I could have just done plug. Power plug. Let's meet all these batteries. Ah, we're missing 10 plates again. That worked so well. Yeah. This is, we're gonna need some more 10. Bunch of 10 blocks. Perfect. Let's just throw you in there. Yeah, already getting a bunch. Okay, this should be like enough to get us somewhere. Right? Enough to get us a bunch of these. I thought I made a few. Oh, these are called batteries, small batteries, okay. That's 1. 2. I know we at least need 1 for the other machine, so wait for that. Okay, we need the machine structures, at least 3 of them. And a fluid hatch, fluid output hatch, and a fluid input hatch. There's a fluid input hatch. And we need a fluid output hatch. I guess it's try backwards. Yeah. Awesome. Alright, and we just need the machine structures. 3 of them. Alright, so that is done. Now let's look at our chemical reactor. Where is it at? Cutting, observatory, chemical reactor. Oh, so here's where we got a few more things to do, it looks like. 1 chemical reactor, 2 more power plugs. I don't know why it requires 2, but it does. Machine structure, 1. Motor, 1. Okay, so we need to make some more of that. How much do I have in here? Am I just missing chrome? That's probably all I'm missing is chrome. And if that's the case, then there's not really much I can do about that. Because of this. I don't see any chrome even going in here at the moment. Is it because this is blocked up? No. It's just there's literally not that much stuff. Oh wait, no, this is probably blocked up. No? My rubies, I thought I put them in there. I probably did, but I already processed them. So that probably is all of the chrome that we have for this episode. Unfortunately. At least you guys know, like, in the future, to either upgrade this to a tier 2, which I probably need to do anyways. I mean, I've just been living off of the tier 1. But upgrading it to a tier 2 would probably be, like, the best bet for now. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and put our crystallizer, I guess, over here. Since we're not crystallizer, our, what's it called? Our electrolyzer. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. No, I want it 2. It's another smaller blocky thing. Okay, so it looks like we have like a fluid power and structure block. This is a fluid input hatch. Okay, fluid output hatch. fluid output hatch. Wait, it requires 2 fluid output hatches? Does. Oh. Here I am reading stuff wrong. Man, we have traveled a lot back and forth. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying this, so let's keep that in mind. Hopefully you guys are too. But yeah, fluid input hatch. 2 of them. It's weird. I don't know why we need 2. Is everything else okay? Yeah. Okay, just making sure. By the way, traveling with the staff of traveling makes things a lot easier. Alright, there's that. Let's place our electrolyzer down. Structure blocks. Let's go up. Oh, this is interesting. Power plug here. And another machine structure block. Okay. And then let's turn it on. Okay, what are we missing? This is wrong. Why is this wrong? Oh, it's an output hatch, and we made an input hatch, didn't we? Oh, man. That's not cool. That is not cool. There's nothing we can do with this. Oh, we can. We can turn it into output hatch. Oh, wow. Thank you for that recipe. That makes life easier. Oh, this is really... Can you get out of here? This is really cool looking. Let's flip it on. We gotta feed it power. And we'll have to feed it power to both ports. I'm assuming that's how the other machine worked. So we'll just give it power. It's got power. Okay, now how do we give this fluid? Let's look back through here. What everything is used for. It's used for the electrolyzer. The electrolyzer, oh, you give it buckets of water. That's right. Alright, let's go back to the base, and we'll get some water. That's basically it. I don't remember. I don't know if it has to be actual buckets. We'll try cells and buckets. We'll get 5 buckets for now, and I'll just fill them with water. And then we should be good, right? Should be good. Let's try this. Sorry about if you hear dogs barking in the background. Got a company over. Okay, fluid input hatch. So it's going into the back. Will be water. And it may not have to be buckets. It doesn't. Okay, so it can be this. And how long does this take? Okay, so I was noticing in the UI there was advanced, let's say rocket, these canisters. How do you make the actual tank? Is there a way to make the actual tank? Like, is that a thing? This is on. This is working. But it's okay, it's not giving us tanks. How do we make these tanks? It's probably not a thing, is it? Just like a representation? Because I'm not seeing a recipe for making the tanks from advanced rocketry. I mean, I guess we can use cells, since the cells did work. Will that not work either? It does. Okay. So we can use cells. Oh, cool. Look at that. Okay, so we'll just do half and half. And this seems to be going at a pretty reasonable pace. So I'll just let those guys do their thing. Probably hooking up like a fluid thing over here would probably be a good idea to keep this completely full, so we don't have to keep using cells. But that is a thing. Okay, let's just do this. Split them up. Okay, we could run these into tanks, but we'll probably run them directly into the other machine whenever we get that other machine built. The only thing I'm really waiting on is to get more of this going. By the way, this is how we make the steel, by the way. And it looks kind of glitched out right now for some reason. Oh, it's because this is probably using all the power. I'm guessing. Right? I don't know. It probably doesn't have enough power to power everything at the moment. I don't know, it's kind of bugged. Kind of bugged out at the moment. That, or there's not enough integrity on our rods. I don't know, I need to make new rods. There's a few other things that I need to do. I'll probably get that mostly done off camera. These, I just basically have to let this run its course overnight. I have to get more rubies. I'll probably just mine for some rubies since they're pretty easy to get. We have silk touch, so that won't be that big of a deal. I'll probably also start working on upgrading our whatever, the void ore miners, upgrading that to a tier 2. But that'll be some stuff that we'll be working on real soon. I mean, look at these machines that we've already got so far. This is between, this will be the 3rd episode on advanced rocketry. So, I mean, this is a pretty extensive age, and there's a lot to this age. A lot of machines, a lot of multi-blocks you have to build. Each one of these are required to get rocket fuel. So, we only need one more machine to actually produce the rocket fuel. So letting this guy run overnight hooked up to a reservoir, that'll be nice. So that should not be an issue. But, well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, like I said, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.